Lie. Enemies of progress will not win. Enemies of progress, they will not win. Now lie. Listen, people have been coming up with all these crazy, theories being pushed by Mason Mount fanboys. I mean, we all, know them. We don't need to name names. You feel me? But um, yeah, the narrative is that uh, Mason Mount was left out of the squad away at Leicester, Leicester City by Potter on the instruction from Bowley. I mean, this is crazy, guys. This conspiracy theory just get as it be. It's just something else. I just cannot make sense of it. I mean, they're out there, on named folks on YouTube talking about that, Bowley as a strong arm, tactics to get Mason Mount to sign on the dotted line has allegedly instructed Potter to basically stop playing him, and that's why uh, that's why Mason Mount has missed the last few games, which is just not true. It's not true. So Potter has recently come out, today to basically quell all this flood of tweets and all sorts of conspiracy theories. And he basically said, listen, Mason Mount has an abdominal injury, and while he is fit, he is not match fit. He's not football fit. If you understand the game, you can be physically fit, you can be healthy, physically fit, but you're not football fit at the level that you need to be running at 100 miles an hour away at Leicester City, where Leicester players were just flying in with all sorts of kung fu kicks and whatnot, red cardable fouls that were not even called as fouls. And that's the game you wanted Potter to basically throw Mason Mount into. I mean, this is just crazy. But hey, I mean, I guess it is what it is. When you have Mason Mount fanboys out there basically pushing this crazy narrative, anti-Chelsea narrative, anti Todd Bowley narrative, anti Graham Potter narrative, anti Joao Felix narrative, any anti you can fill in the blank with any new scapegoat. These Mason Mount fanboys are out there pushing these crazy anything to make sense of the fact of why Chelsea has not offered a Mason Mount uh, upwards of 250,000 a week or however much that he's demanding from Todd Bowley. And based on recent reports, it appears that um, Mason Mount rejected an amount somewhere anywhere between 170,000 a week to 180,000 a week. I mean, these are just the most recent. These articles pop in and pop out, and this is as of today. And apparently they're saying that listen, that Mason Mount by daily dallying on contract, that he has missed out on basically 10 million. He's missed out on 10 million because it appears that sometime 2 years ago, during when Roman was still the owner, obviously 2 years ago, Roman was the boss. Roman put a £170,000 a week 5-year deal, I believe, some kind of an extension, a contract extension on Mason Mount's people's desk, 170K a week, and that had he signed Had he signed that deal to extend his deal back then, right? Then I believe what it is he right now he would probably would have been had like 2 years left on the deal, and still basically he's been earning peanuts. I guess the point is that the dude, our boy Mount, turned down 170,000 a week 2 years ago, been still earning like 80 grand a week if you cut and join the money that he turned down. He's missed out in about 10 million pounds worth of increased pay. And if you don't know how this works, once you miss it, you're not getting it back. Like you can't say due to the fact that I missed out on the 170. Okay, now you have to give me 300 so I can then double up and make up on the 10 million that I missed out on because I was waiting. No. So Bowley still put the same contract in front of Mason Mount, 170,000 a week. Okay, so this is not even an anti-Bowley thing. If it's anti-Bowley, then it might as well be anti-Roman because this is the deal that Roman put forward for Mason Mount. So I mean, guys, we need to be a bit rational. On this Mason Mount contract situation. Mason Mount is our boy. He's a Chelsea boy. He's been with Chelsea since he was 5 or 6 years old. And but the reality is, in as much as Mason Mount, we all, I don't know, even Mount himself, because the whole vision is that we see Mount as a future Frank Lampard, as a future Frank Lampard. But the actual truth, if you calm down and break down the game of Frank Lampard's game and Mason Mount's game, what you realize that Mason Mount is not the same play, is not the same, don't have the same skill set. Mason Mount does not have the same skill set as Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard was a traditional box-to-box central midfielder. Like, he did his work in the middle of the park. He did his heavy lifting in the middle of the park, up and down the pitch, battling and fighting. It wasn't just about Lampard, scoring 10 goals and chipping in another. Lampard scoring 20 goals a season. It wasn't about just Lampard scoring his usual 20 goals a season and chipping in another 8 or 10 assists. Lampard was a central midfielder. He wasn't just, a guy just waiting to score. He was a central midfielder, doing the heavy, lifting in the middle of the park. He was, fighting, battling, winning balls, pushing the ball forward, making those trademark runs into the box, dropping back in central midfield, and now you're doing the work. Now, Mount, on the other hand, does not have the central midfield skills. That's the problem. The problem is, if people say, "Oh, Mount is an 8," I don't know that. I don't know. Can you honestly say that Mason Mount is a traditional 8? Because the Mount that we see, that we watch, doesn't have the central midfield skills. When you rush Mount, when you pressurize Mount with like more than one player, you even one player sometimes, but if you pressurize Mount with like 2 players, Mount is gonna lose the ball. Now, guy, how can you be losing the ball if you're a central midfielder every single time? Yeah, you will lose the ball sometimes because it is what it is. Nobody is perfect, but he struggles to hold on to the ball under pressure. He doesn't have that. There's a lot of things that's missing from Mason Mount as a central midfielder, and so Mason Mount's greatest attribute is as an attacking player, as a goal scoring player. It's not necessarily an assist. Yeah, he's going to chip in on an assist, a nice tidy assist here and there. right? He's able to ping a ball, some nice passes. But his greatest asset is in taking shots on target. That's where Mason Mount is an excellent player with his right foot and his left foot. So unlike others, yeah, for me, Mount was one. I won't say was, he still is, because he still is our boy. He's definitely one of my favorite Chelsea players. He's one of my favorite Chelsea players. But the problem Mount has, and I've made some videos about this. I'm going to post it at the end of this video. Mount's problem is the fact that he's an attacking player who has suddenly found his position under attack. Right? He's an attacking player who's found his position under attack because he has Felix, and even if Felix is on load, even if Felix goes back and doesn't come back, we have Kunku that is coming back. We just got Nani. We have Mudryk, right? And there's a whole bunch of other guys that we have. I can go on and on. But for me, right, the issue I have with Mason Mount is, my guy, you're Mason Mount. You're a Chelsea true and true. Like, what are you doing, dude? Like, really, like, what are you doing? Like we know what you are capable of doing. Just put your head down. Just get out there and just be that Chelsea player that you've been dreaming to be, and stop. Just leave all these tubers and Twitter finger folks out there to do their thing, and stop allowing this stuff to affect your game, because as it is right now, you've been absolute dog crap this season. That's the reality. You have played nothing like the Mason Mount that we know and love. So that's the gripe that I have with Mason Mount. If Mason Mount would just say, you know what, I know who I am, I know what I am capable of doing, and I know what I'm not capable of doing, and I concentrate on my strengths in where I know that on this Chelsea squad, I'm the best in doing this and in doing that, Mason Mount will be a top level Chelsea player for Chelsea for years and years to come. But if he keeps allowing this contract negotiating wahala to basically fry his brain cells, then before you know it, right, last Mason Mount will be packaged and sold away to Liverpool at the end of the season. So those are the only two options. Guys, how do you all feel about this? Like this video, share this video, and subscribe. Take care. God bless you all. Peace.